Hello children, in this video we are going to see the second part of light lesson. So this video will cover briefly about the reflected image formed due to the reflection of light. First we can see the image formation in a plane mirror. So in a plane mirror, how the image will be formed? The image formed by a plane mirror is always visual, erect object and image are equidistant from the mirror. So the image formed by a plane mirror is always virtual. Virtual means it will not be a real image. Okay, example for plane mirror is the normal mirror which we use in our home, okay, to get ready. So we can see the image formed by the plane mirror, it's not a real image. Okay, it will be a just one image of a particular object. It is not a real image and it is erect. Okay, erect means it will be straight and the image will be equal distance from the mirror. Okay, the image formed in a plane mirror will be formed in the equal distance from the mirror, and the image formed in a plane mirror undergoes lateral inversion. So what is meant by lateral inversion? If you are standing towards left hand side, the image formed in the plane mirror will be it is in the form of right hand side. Okay, for example for lateral inversion is take the letter B. Okay, consider the letter B. So when it is in proper position, we will call as B. Okay, if we are turning it towards the left, it will be considered as a D. Okay, so more or less it will be considered as a D. So this is one example for lateral inversion. Okay, so the image formed in the plane mirror also undergoes lateral inversion. So if we are in left side, it will be reflected as a right side, and if we are in right side, it will be in the left side. Now here you can see the picture which is representing the image formed in a plane mirror. Okay, so here one person is standing. This is an object and the object is reflecting. The incident rays falls on the plane surface and it forms a virtual image. You can see here the left side of the person will become right side on the virtual image. Okay, so the image which is formed is not real. Okay, so we cannot touch or we cannot recognize that it is a real image. Okay, it is not a real image, it is a virtual image. And you can see here the object distance will be equal to the image distance from the mirror. Okay, so distance from object to the mirror will be equal to the distance from mirror to the image. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics of the image formed in plane mirror. Now let's see about the difference between real and virtual image. Real image is formed due to the convergence of light rays. Okay, so the real image will be formed if the light rays is converged from the object. And virtual image, it is formed when the outgoing rays from the object is diverged. Okay, so real image will be formed due to the light rays, convergence of light rays, and virtual image is formed due to the divergence of light rays. And the image which is formed, that is virtual image, will be always, it will be appear in the divergence form, because the rays never really converge and a virtual image cannot be projected onto the screen because it is not a real image, so we cannot project it in the screen. Okay, so these are some of the difference between real and virtual image. Virtual image is a not real image. It is formed due to the diverged light rays from the object. Real image is formed by the convergence of the light rays from the object. Okay, and a virtual image cannot be projected onto a screen, but real image we can project onto a screen. Now, what is meant by multiple reflection? If the two mirrors incline to each other. So what is meant by inclined? Inclined means leaning or turning away from the vertical or horizontal direction. It won't be in the vertical direction, or it will not be in the horizontal direction also. Okay, it will be leaning. So here you can see the two mirror which is not placed horizontally or vertically. Yes. So it will be in the form of sloping. Okay, so when an object is kept between two parallel plane mirror, infinite images are formed. So here you can see the parallel plane mirror, two mirror, and you can observe the image formation in infinite. Yes, so infinite means we can see many images or formed from only one object. Okay, that is two mirror inclined each other and gives multiple images. Multiple images means many images due to multiple reflection. Okay, so due to multiple reflection, multiple images formed when two mirrors inclined to each other. Next one is dispersion of light. What is meant by dispersion of light? You have studied in your previous class itself. Yes, children. So what is meant by dispersion of light? Dispersion. Dispersion means splitting. Okay, so splitting of light into its component colors is called as dispersion. Example is rainbow. When the sunlight falls on the water drops, the light get reflected to the observer eye in the form of rainbow, that is 7 colors. Yes, so you know the color of rainbow, S with GR. Yes, the white light which falls to the observer eye when it falls from the water drop. Okay, so sunlight will get the white light when it falls towards the water drop. After reflection from the water drops, it will reach to the observer eye in the form of 7 colors. We can see this rainbow during rain, after rain. Yes, after rainy season. Yes, once the rain get over, you can see the formation of rainbow in the sky. Yes, why? Because when the sunlight falls on the water drops present in the atmosphere, due to the reflection of white light by the water drops, it will be observed by the observer in the form of 7 colors. Okay, so this phenomenon is called dispersion of light. Dispersion of light means the splitting of light into its component colors. Okay, splitting of light into its component colors is called dispersion of light. Now we can see about human eye. So human eye, you know, it is a spherical shape. Okay, so what is the shape of human eye? It is spherical shape, and it is our sense organ which helps us to perceive colors and depth and to see all the object around us. Yes, so it is giving sense of sight. It is our sense organ which will help us to see the object around us. The diameter of human eye is about 2.3 centimeter. Here you can see the structure of human eye. Human eye, inside there are certain parts. So what are the parts of human eye? Just we can see the parts of human eye and their function. Okay. So in the picture itself you can notice this is the structure of the human eye. So human eye consists of ciliary muscle, iris, lens, cornea, retina, optic nerve. Okay, so the nerves of eye is called as optic nerve. and the muscles of the muscle present in human eye is called the ciliary muscle, and there is an layer called iris. Then inside the iris there will be a lens which helps us to view the object and focus the light. Cornea is the layer which is present in the eye, and retina also the part of the human eye. Okay, so what are the parts of human eye, children? Ciliary muscle, iris, lens, cornea, retina, optic nerve. Now, functions of different organs in the human eye. Now we know the parts of human eye. Yes. So now let's see the different functions of these organs present in the human eye. First, about cornea. So cornea, the light enters the eye through a thin membrane that forms a transparent bulge on the front of the eye, which is called as cornea. So in the picture you can see the cornea. Yes. So this is the bulgy part. Yes. So here the light enters. Okay. It is a thin membrane. Cornea is a thin membrane which forms a transparent bulge on the front of the eye through which the light enters the eye. Okay. Then iris is a dark muscular diaphragm which will control the size of the pupil. Okay, so iris is a dark muscle which controls the size of the pupil. And next, pupil is the small opening which is present in the center of the iris. Okay, so pupil is the opening which is present in the center of the iris. And lens is formed behind the pupil. Okay, after pupil there will be a lens which helps to adjust the focal length and clearly focus the object at various distance. Yes, so if the lens is not there, we cannot clearly focus the object which is at the far distance. Okay, so lens it is present behind the pupil and helps to adjust the focal length which is required to clearly focus the object at various distance. Now next one is retina. So retina is the screen where the image get formed. Okay, so retina is the screen, act like a screen where the image will be formed. So once the lens focus the object, the image will be formed on the retina. Okay, it is a delicate membrane with a large number of photosensitive cells. Okay, so retina contains light sensitive cells called rods and cones. Okay, so it is a delicate membrane which consists of large amount of photosensitive cells called rods and cones. These photosensitive cells, these cones are sensitive to bright light and rods are sensitive to dim light. Okay, these cones are sensitive to bright light and rods are sensitive to dim light which is present in the retina. Then what is the use of optic nerve? Optic nerve will transmit the electrical signals from the brain to the eye. So once the lens focus the object, the image will be formed on the retina, isn't it? So from the retina, the electrical signals have to be passed to the brain to identify the object. Yes, so it can be done by optic nerve. Okay, so optic nerve will transmit the electrical signals from the eye to the brain. Now, visual defects. Visual defects means inability to see near object or inability to see far object. Okay, so there are two kinds of visual defects. That means some people they cannot see the nearby object. That is called inability to see near object. And some people they cannot see the far object. In old people, the lens becomes cloudy and that condition is called as cataract, which will impair vision. Okay, so in some old people we can see the lens become cloudy and which leads to a condition called cataract which result in loss of vision. Then Braille system. So if there is any visual defect, we have to be advised to use suitable spectacles, and do not look at the sun or powerful light directly, which will affect our eyes. Okay, then never rub your eyes if particles of dust goes into our eyes. Wash your eyes with clean water. If there is no improvement, go to a doctor. Okay, these are some of the care which we have to take for our eyes. Then Braille system. Braille is a system to read and write for visually impaired people. Okay, so some people they cannot see the object, or there will be a loss of vision. They are called as visually impaired people. Yes, they cannot see the object around us. So Braille is the system which helps to read and write for these visually impaired people. This Braille system consists of 63 dot patterns or character. So it's similar to like our alphabets. Yes, we can read alphabets. Yes, but visually impaired people, as they do not have vision, or as they lost their vision, they cannot see the letters. Yes, so that to read and write, they are using the 63 dot patterns, which is called as Braille system. These patterns are embossed in the Braille sheets. Okay, so how we will write the letters in the paper, in the same way these 63 dot patterns will be embossed in the Braille sheets, which can be recognized on touch. Okay, so when they will touch the dot, that they can easily recognize the letters, and they can able to read. The dots are raised in order to make it easier to touch. Okay, so the dots also, it will be highly raised in order to make them easily to touch that. Okay, so this is the Braille system, which helps to read and write for visually impaired people. I hope that you all understood about this lesson. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.